He's going to talk to you about black and white atemporal weddings, timeless weddings. He's here with us today, Nikon ambassador from Mexico, Ben Olivares.
Thank you. Hello, good morning, everybody. Um, how are you? How was the party last night? Hope so well. How's the water? Uh, my name is Ben Olivares. I'm a wedding photographer based in Guadalajara, Mexico, which is the land of tequila, if you know, as Mike said. So I'm very glad to be here. And this time we will be talking about timeless photography, which is means creating work that avoids trending and instead focuses on very specific things. So let me explain you which are the key features of a timeless wedding, because there are very important bullets that you have to follow to achieve this, right? So, first one, shooting a temporary wedding is about more just is more than taking pretty pictures. It's about creating a legacy. You have to see the picture of your wedding many times in the future, and you can tell where the wedding was shoot. So uh, it has to have four main characteristics, which are emotion, composition, lighting, and storytelling. Yeah. We have to be able to produce an image that tells a moment of the wedding, the story of the wedding. They have to be authentic moments because they never go out of style. So they have to be very clean, very balanced, and very intentional framing. See, so you have the bride and the bridesmaids, right? So also, the lighting is very important on a timeless wedding. Lighting is the foundation of the timeless imagery, so you have to avoid over reliance on artificial lighting or heavy editing that can date your work. Flash must be imperceptible. So try to avoid the flash and always use natural light. Shoot, the recommendation always is shooting during golden hour because it's very soft and very flattering light. Choose diffuser light like gray skies, which brings you a beautiful light always. And always embrace natural light window. If you don't have natural light, you have to use flash. But remember this, the flash must be imperceptible always. The three key features focus on authentic moments. Timeless weddings are built on genuine emotions. Candid moments often hold more weight than posed ones. So you have to be always ready. You have to be very observant. You know, every wedding is almost the same. It depends of the culture, the country, but normally has the same moments. So you really have to know what is going to happen in advance. So you have to be prepared to get this candid moment because they are very special. You have to blend it. You have to be invisible. That's are one of the main reasons that photographers we are always in black because we don't have to use red shirt or any other color, because you have to blend it. Nobody has to see you because the people, if you put the camera in front of them, tend to, you know, pose the picture or fake the picture. So you have to blend it to be invisible to allow couple and guests act natural. That's the main reason. Document details. We know as a wedding photographer that especially the bride has invested a lot of time picking every little detail for the wedding. The dishes, the flowers, the dress, everything. So be sure to shoot every detail that is very important for the bride in the future so she can remember what happened during her wedding day. And remember this, the most powerful images are often the ones that feel unscripted. So you can put the scene, choose the best light, choose the layout, and then you go organic. Okay, go and do your thing, right? But it has to be unscripted. It has to feel unscripted. Fourth rule, simplify your composition. Timeless imagery is often characterized by simplicity and elegance, so don't try to make complex backgrounds, complex compositions. Keep it very simple. And for that, you have many tools that you can use during this wedding. I use this many, many times on a wedding to create a big frame of the decoration, which is important for the brides, because if I focus just here, it's meaningless for the bride. The bride wants to remember all what's happening on the wedding. So use classic compositions like rule of thirds, negative space is always a beautiful composition. And the one that I love the best is symmetry. I love symmetry. I don't know why. I know many photographers that never use symmetry. I don't know if my brain is so straightforward to the lines. So I always look for some symmetry in all my pictures. Here is another example. And here is another one. So we have to keep this moment forever, right? Symmetry. 5, and I think this is one of the most important things for shooting a timeless wedding. Your editing style creates a very it shows always, if you show always the color, the light, you can really say when the picture was taken because the fashion, fluorescent colors, many light, too much light. So when you are editing a picture for a timeless wedding, it has to be very natural. See, so you can make it feel you want may feel outdated in a few years. So natural light is always the best choice for a timeless wedding because this is not changed in the future. Presets and all these things can date your picture. So about over colors on your pictures. Natural tones are the best ones to keep. Soft contrast. If you use a picture that is very contrasted, always is going to tell when the picture was taken. So use very soft light, very slow contrast, so make a beautiful scene of the wedding. And this is probably the most important thing of timeless wedding, which are black and white pictures have a timeless quality that transcends eras, right? You can tell when the picture was took. I did this picture, I think, 15 years ago, and new brides are asking me for this picture right now. It's 15 years ago. So black and white, classic black and white, because there are a lot of black and white. Classic black and white are the main characteristic of timeless wedding. But you have to choose a very classic black and white, harsh tones when the black is black and the white is white. So this picture will last forever. Next, tell a cohesive story of all the wedding. You have to tell the story. We photographers, we wedding photographers are like directors of a movie, but we are going to do this in photography. So we have to start to telling the story since the beginning. Normally it's a 12-hour coverage, so you have to start telling the story since the beginning, which is more wedding photographers are focused on the bride because normally the bride is the one that hire us. So we have to be very carefully to take all the pictures that the bride is going to ask for us the next day, starting with the dress. Because I say to the brides during the wedding day, today you are going to use the dress for the first and hopefully for the last time. So enjoy this moment because you have selected the dress, I don't know, maybe 1 year before. After trying, I don't know, 50 dresses. So it's very important for there. There are only three things that the brides are responsible to decide. Which is going to be the groom, the first one. Which dress she's going to wear because she has the exactly idea of how she's going to look at the wedding. There are many kind of dresses, styles. And the third one is the photographer because they know how to be. ¿Cómo se va a ver? ¿Cómo se va a ver la novia? How she's going to look.
Yeah, how she's going to look
the way. So
they know exactly how she's going to look.
yeah, she has that idea in her brain, I don't know, 10 years before the wedding. So the details, telling the story is very important for a bride. Once again, colors, natural colors are very important. You have to be blended in the scene. You have to be the mirror. I normally say to the brides, pretend I'm the mirror, so look at me. Normally the grooms are not very, I say to the brides, okay, the groom is the accessory for you today, so don't worry about that. It's all about you. But they have a very, really good moments during the wedding, so this moment is also very important because the father taking the bride to the aisle is, I think, most dramatic, emotional 3 minutes of the wedding. Yep. Of course, this. The faces are very characteristic of the bride and the father. We normally try to shoot both ways so the bride can see the dress and the other one. And during the ceremony, we normally don't shoot everything in the ceremony. We always are looking for small looks between them, which make the details. It's just the eyes. The eyes speaks for itself. Of course, the rings. There is a little secret that I can tell you. Normally, I don't know here in the USA, but normally when the rings are going to be at that moment, it's very crowded. Many people, mic, everything. So I just take a wide shot of the moment, and then I do the rings in close after the ceremony, so I can get a perfect ring picture. Not that moment, later during after the ceremony, but you have a very great picture of if you do that. The only thing is normally you can forget to this picture, so we normally put an alarm and alarm to remember us to take that shot. Yep. Once again, little details during the ceremony. Smile, always is important. And of course, the moment when you are finally leaving the church. When we arrive to the venue, we have to make sure to capture all the details of the wedding, because they have spent many hours deciding which one, which chair, which candle, which color of the flowers, which have to be combined with I don't know. It's very stressful process for the bride. So we normally take about almost 10-15 minutes taking the picture on all the decoration for the wedding. And of course the vals, or the first dance, which is also very important. I say to the brides, this moment is for me is the greatest in all the wedding, because all the guests are already on the venue, all the guests are already drinking, all the attention is just focused in them, all the wedding, and it's the moment when the protocol ends and the party begins. And it's also the most emotional moment of the wedding. Normally, the dance with her dad, he cries, the dad cries, she cries, everybody cries. So this is, I think, the peak of the moment of a wedding. So you have to be very sure to capture this moment forever. Then we go to the party, which is the fun part of the wedding. Everybody is enjoying. Most of the grooms and brides are relieved of the pressure of the protocol, and everything can happen during the party. So be sure to capture those kind of moments. Number 7. This is a little bit tricky because normally, right now, the brides especially ask you for a specific kind of photography. Sometimes they also sell you pin boards of, I want this picture, I want this picture, I want this picture. So they hype the idea. But if they are hiring you for a specific style of photography, you have to be true to your vision. always trying to make the bride happy, but you have to be true to your vision. So you have to do what you normally do, try your instincts, create work that you are proud of, because you are the professional. You know how to shoot the wedding. So here are, this is a recap of the key features for shooting timeless wedding. Number one, be aware of the concept of timeless. As I said at the beginning, it's about a legacy. It's not a perfect photography. It's about a legacy. Number two, master the art of natural light. Try to avoid flash as much as possible. And if you are going to use flash for any reason, try that the flash is imperceptible. Number three, focus on authentic moments. We know what's going to happen on a wedding in advance, so we have to be ready with our camera to have these moments. I normally tell to the bride, I know when your father is going to cry, I know when your mother is going to cry, and I know when your friends are going to fall on the dance floor. So don't worry, be prepared, and focus on authentic moments. Simplify your composition. Clean. Keep it simple. Focus just in the couple. This is very important. Forget about presets. Use natural colors. It's going to make your photography timeless. The story is very important. You have to tell all the highlights of the wedding during the day. So you make sure you tell a story. And of course, if you want to be recognized as a timeless wedding photographer, you have to be very true to your vision. You have to consider all these things to be to achieve this kind of photography. Simple, very simple. Timeless is not about perfection. It's about authenticity, emotion, and artistry, composition. So, straight, you have to, your picture have to stand the test of time. Make sure the pictures are capable of doing that. And here is two examples of what I just told to you. So, thank you very much for being here. I don't know if is there any questions or Q&A? 3 minutes. I don't know if someone has a question about. No? Well, thank you very much for having me, and have a very great day here in WPPI. Make sure to look all the Nikon new lenses. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.